APS 5th graders, we are here for our last lesson regarding the essential question, how did cultural, political, and societal differences between the North and South lead to the United States Civil War? And today we're going to be working on comparing and contrasting the points of view present in multiple accounts of the same topic. As always, please remember to pause and rewind this video as you need to have appropriate understanding, and make sure that you have something to write on and write with. We know that we read to learn, and today we're going to be reading to learn about the election of 1860. Together, we're going to read to learn about the Lincoln-Douglas debates that happened prior to that election. Then you're going to be diving in depth about that presidential election of 1860 for your assignment. We will be taking some notes together during this lesson. If you would like to go ahead and pause and copy this down, you certainly can, or you can use the digital link for the graphic organizer and the text, which is linked underneath this video in the Canvas module. We also are going to go ahead and using this text, so go ahead and again and pause and utilize that text, which is under the text link, which is under this video, to go ahead and review that text. And when we're ready, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to be looking first at what their beliefs were, and then we're going to compare and contrast them. So when I'm looking at this, Lincoln supports the Supreme Court's decision in terms of the Dred Scott decision. He continually says that a house divided could not stand, and he feels like all people living in the United States, because we have to remember that at this time people that were enslaved were not considered citizens until that 14th Amendment came, but that everybody was entitled to the rights enumerated in the Declaration of Independence. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in our graphic organizer. Again, we're just putting all of that there. That's what Lincoln was believing in. That's what Lincoln was advocating for during these debates. Now for Douglas believed basically the exact opposite. He advocated for popular sovereignty, or basically what became known as the Freeport Doctrine, which was essentially that each state, territory, and the citizens in it should be able to basically do what they want because their actions were more important than necessarily a Supreme Court ruling. He also noted the idea of states' rights, and argued that the founders intended no such inclusion for Black citizens for being able to have those rights. So again, we're putting all of those right there because that's what he was advocating for during these Senate seat debates. All right, so now let's go ahead and hit that learning target of comparing and contrasting the points of view. So looking at this, how can I compare and contrast them? Well, for comparing, they're basically extremely different other than they were both running for the same Senate place. There's not much that they have in common. In terms of contrasting, they have a lot of things different, right? Lincoln is advocating for a much more united country, while Douglas is advocating for a much more states' rights separated country. Go ahead, again, make sure that you are pausing as you need to get all of this down. All right, so now that we've hit that learning target, let's go ahead and note the election results, which is neither won the popular vote. However, Douglas did earn that Senate seat due to the Democratic majority. You're now going to go ahead and start analyzing the different points of view that were present in the presidential election of 1860. And you'll go ahead and complete this graphic organizer, and the text, of course, is also linked in your Canvas module. So go ahead and head on over there now.